job coming up, a job interview coming up, you can talk about that. You bring to the work group, hey, I have this opportunity like this, I'm not sure how to play it. People say, well, you could do this, well, you could try this, well, you could try that. Inevitably, you just take all that feedback and you have to do what works for you, but it's great to get all these other perspectives, right, and learn from everyone's wisdom, and then of course contribute. And then the more you start contributing to that group, the more you start realizing, oh, hey, I have just as much wisdom and just as much to tell these people as they do to tell me.
Did you guys share opportunities?
We did share opportunities. We did talk about the companies that we were interested in. We did talk about the companies that we were applying for jobs with. And then sometimes somebody would say, hey, I know somebody who works there, or I think I know somebody who knows somebody who works there, and we would share information and network that way. The other thing that became really important is accountability, which is in just the same way, if you have a workout goal, it's great to have somebody else who has a workout goal. Somebody who that when you talk to each other, it's like, hey, you've been working out? Well, I haven't really been. And then you think, oh, I better go do that. So that just the accountability of what did you do this past week to look for a job. So that when you come to the work group on Tuesday evenings, let's say it is, you don't want to go there and admit, well, I haven't done anything in the last week to help myself to find a job. That's where you want to go there and be able to say, you know what, I did 20 hours of work in the last week looking for work. And these are the things that I did. And then you have other people doing the same thing, and you start to see those patterns of what is working for people, right? What actually got responses, because some people say, oh, I got my job through Monster, right? Some people do get jobs through Monster, I guess, or they wouldn't be in existence. I've never met anybody who gets a job that way. Right, but the thing is that as you have yeah, exactly. So if you have a group of people, that will show you what really works. And inevitably what it will show you is that networking works. Getting out there, going to whether it's churches or volunteering or whatever. For me, it's better if it's something that you actually care about, so that you're not there to fake it.
Yeah.
And then it feels dirty, and then you're just really looking for a job. It's better if you actually care about what's happening there. And then while you're there, say, it's something that Americans do. We all want to know what we do.
That's what we do. That's the first question. What do you do?
So what do you do?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And that's another reason why being out of work is tough in America,
right.
because the question always comes up, and you've got to be prepared for it. In a lot of the other work groups I've been, the work group that I was in all the time, they used the word transition to make it more palatable. I prefer the word unemployed, because that's what I was. I wasn't transitioning to anything. I wasn't becoming a butterfly. I was unemployed.
Doing my MBA classes, there was a couple of students that they used that word, and you could, we would introduce ourselves at each class. The instructor wants to know who we are, blah, 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 and the students. Well, I'm transitioning from job to job, and you could see the look on their faces, like, I'm trying to be positive about this, but I need a darn job.
I'm unemployed.
Right. For me, my life changed when I stopped using the word transition and started using unemployed, because people, first of all, when I said transition to most people, the response I personally got was that I felt like the people who heard that felt that I was uncomfortable being uncomfortable being unemployed that I had to use a different word for it. Once I started saying, I'm unemployed, people were like, oh, that sucks. But then the conversation became very real about it and very honest. And it's those real, honest conversations that lead, in my experience, to more positive networking. And then what really fed into that, and how work groups are really valuable, is that you come and talk to people about those particular issues, about this is how, what life is like being unemployed. This is what we're looking for. It is everybody's feeling the same psychological pressure. Should I go for this job take this job I don't want that's going to underpay me, or should I hold out? And you'll get the wisdom of people, and once again, inevitably at the end of the day, you've got to do what's best for you, what works for you, and that might mean take whatever job you can get. It might mean hold out. It might mean, because everybody's financial situation is different. Everybody's life is different. Certain people also, they don't have a sense of identity if they don't have a job, and they get lost or whatever. So, but the thing is that the work group though brings a sense of wisdom and accountability to everybody, to where it's like, and then you also see positive reinforcement. People start landing, and the thing that they start getting jobs and getting back into the workforce. And in the work group that I had spent most of my time with, the people who worked the hardest at getting a job got jobs. It was not mysterious. The people who tried the hardest to get a job got jobs. The people who get on the treadmill and actually sweat get in shape. The ones that go on a treadmill and slowly walk and read a book, slowly walk and read a book. So that it's just getting a job is no
Go to
different.
the library to study to read, you're going to learn and pass the test.
Exactly. Right, exactly.
Right.
Nobody's going to pass the test for you. So that's the thing. But a work group is great for all those things. Being influenced, that's another thing. The people who come to the work group, people who come to work groups, those are the people who are serious about getting jobs.
They are.
So if you want to be a serious person, you go spend your time with serious people. If you want to get a job, you do the things that people do to get jobs, which is go to work groups, go to networking events, it's one of those ingredients that leads to getting a job.
It's 8 o'clock.